What's going on, guys? GoGFan417 here, and welcome to my G-Fest 29 haul. So first of all, this G-Fest was so much fun. I had so much fun this year. It was so good seeing the boys, seeing MSB, seeing everyone. Had a lot of fun with them. And just thank you to everyone who made this G-Fest really fun. But you're not here for the experience. That's for the vlogs, which is actually kind of short. I don't know how I'm going to edit those up. But you're not here for that. That's for the vlogs. You're here to see what I got at G-Fest 29. I'm really happy with my haul this year. I think I got some really good stuff this year. But yeah, without further ado, let's get straight on with it. So, we're gonna start the haul with the little side things I got, the small stuff like paper, posters, and all that. So starting us off with this year's haul, here is this year's G-Fest entry pass. So they changed it this year. They changed it from the card and the card holders that are pins to the things you can put around your neck now. And I do really like this change. I think it looks really cool. It makes it look a lot more official. But yeah, there's my weekend pass. You can see my name. And yeah. Second thing I got, they finally have the G-Fest programs back, but they're making people pay for these this year, which is kind of silly. But oh whoops. But yeah, here you see G-Fest. There's G-Fanis. So yeah, first thing I bought this year was a freaking program for $3. But the program books are back. They're no longer free, which is really unfortunate. Next thing I have here is this poster I got from the people I was hanging out with, the boys. Here is the MSB poster that I have everyone from MSB sign. And it's really cool to have this. Those guys are pretty cool over there, and I'm really happy that they gave me a poster that they all signed. And yeah. Next thing I got, ran into Louis Duran. Good catching up with that guy. But when I met Louis Duran, we chatted it up a bit, and then he gave me his Toy Footage Productions little card, for Toy Footage Productions, Chapter 6, or Chapter 5. No, yeah, Chapter 5, coming when. And is it Chapter 4? It is Chapter 4, not Chapter 5. And along with that, we got a little Rise Goji sticker. So that's cool to have. I don't know where I'm going to put that sticker, but I'll find a place. Coming down to the last two, after getting a figure at Kaiju Days' table, which you'll see in a bit, they gave me their little card, all their little Godzillas. This card's pretty sick. There's a QR code you could scan to shop online. And yeah. The final thing that I have here from G-Fest 29 is this picture of Hedorah drawn by one of my school friends who I took to the convention this year. They had a big thing for Hedorah. After they saw him, he thought he looked cool. Called him Goo, which is why it says Goo up there. And yeah, I'm going to be hanging this up in my room along with all this other stuff that I have here. Now that we got the little stuff out of the way, I think it's time we move on to the figures. So, the first thing I bought at G-Fest this year was a figure that I wanted. This was the figure I had to get this year because, it was really hard to find online. They sold out immediately when these came out. But I was able to find it for basically retail price. I think only $10 marked up, but I think I seen him going for $120 online as well. So yeah, the first thing I got was the Hiya Toys Godzilla King of the Monsters King Ghidorah. Look at this thing. This thing is huge. Let me just put it back here. Boom, there. Ugh. And there he is. This thing is freaking massive, and I'm really happy that I was able to get this thing. This was the figure I was looking for the most. This is the one I had to get at G-Fest because it's hard to find these online. It's really hard to find these online. But yeah, there he is. He's right there. I'm really happy I was able to get him. He looks so sick, and I'm so excited to open him up. I think I'm going to put a clip of him, out of the box, after I film this video, because I'm going to unbox everything after I film this. But yeah, I'm really happy I got this. Here is the Hiya Ghidorah out of its box. It looks pretty sick, I can't lie. Though the wing articulation is a bit confusing, but the detail in the sculpt, this thing looks absolutely awesome. It looks so menacing, and I'm really happy with it. All right, moving on. Only got 3 other things for day one, because this guy really took a hit to the ego after I dropped 120 on him. But next thing I got for day one is the Bandai Movie Monster Series Odo Island Godzilla -1 figure. I got this guy for about 30 bucks. Pretty good deal. I saw him going for like 40, 50 in other places, other tables around the dealer's room. So yeah, 30 bucks for this guy, not too bad. Do really like this figure. I was looking for him before G-Fest, but I got him at G-Fest. So yeah, Odo Island Monster, Movie Monster Series Odo Island Godzilla. The final two things I got on G-Fest Day 1, I got from Showcase Daikaiju. So Showcase this year was doing this huge thing at their table for the new Movie Monster Series was you buy one, you get one 50% off, which is such an insane deal. But, you know, had to take advantage of that. So what I got, so for $30, original price, is the new Bandai Movie Monster Series Legion figure from Gamera. From Gamera 3 or Gamera 2, I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of the Gamera movies, but I do know of Legion, and I always wanted a Legion figure. Got the guy for 30 bucks, and for 50% off, originally $26, lowered down to $13, I got the Movie Monster Series Gaios figure. So I'm gonna tell you now, this year I got a lot of stuff for my Gamera collection because the only things I have are 3 Gamera figures. So I really wanted to grow that this year, and I think I did a pretty good job. So here are the first 2 Gamera figures I got of this G-Fest. Got them for $43 together. So yeah. Alrighty, moving on to day 2. This is where I got the most stuff. This is the biggest shopping day for G-Fest for me. First thing I got was from Radioactive Toys. Got this guy for about 40 bucks. Here is the new Movie Monster Series Iris figure from Gamera. I can't figure out where they're from. Maybe I could like look in the back or something. Gamera 3 and Legion's from Gamera 2. But yeah, I got the Movie Monster Series Iris from Gamera 3 for about 40 bucks. So yeah, I think that was a really good deal on this guy. Saw him going around for like 60, 50 on other places. I'm in the dealer's room. So yeah, there's one Iris that I found at, I forgot whose table, but it was $35 because the back keep falling off, and I didn't want to deal with that. So $5 more for that Iris. I'm really happy. Next 2 things I got at in the dealer's room for day 2 is took advantage again of the Showcase Daikaiju buy one get one 50% off. So what I picked up is the Movie Monster Series Bandai Baragon, the Showa Baragon from 1965. Just had to check again if I got that right. And along with that, so this was the original price. That was the base price. That was $30 right there. And then with him for 50% off, originally $30, got him for $15. Is the Bandai Movie Monster Series Gaios, the Showa Gaios in the Gamera trilogy. So got that guy for $15, so together got these guys for $45, which is a really good deal, especially for these 2. And I'm really happy with it. On this year, okay, so I didn't realize I didn't have a Showa Gamera figure because I did have a Showa Gamera figure, but it didn't have a tail. So I kind of confused myself, and I probably should have gotten like the Showa Gamera that came out along with like all the new Gamera stuff. But that's okay. I'm sure I could find them somewhere later on. But moving on to the next thing I got on day 2. Got this guy at Kaiju Days' table, which is where I got the card I showed you guys earlier. For 30 bucks, I got the Bandai Jiger figure from one of the Gamera movies. I don't really remember right now. But yeah, this guy was 30 bucks. Saw a smaller version of him at Seismic's table for 50. So I think 30 bucks for a bigger version is quite a good deal. And it's the older one too, an older Bandai figure. So yeah, really happy with that guy. The next thing I got on day 2, which was an incredible like price for this guy. I couldn't believe it. So it was me, Mario, and I think Drew or Epic Toxie, I don't remember. We were walking around the dealer's room and we saw 3 Bandai figures at Kaiju Modeler's table. All of them were 20 bucks each. and they weren't a movie monster series. They were they were an older Bandai figure. I think Monster Island series they were all from. So, who I ended up getting from this table, which is one of the other figures I was looking for this year, was the Bandai Monster Island series Mechagodzilla 2 with tag. So yeah, the Kaiju Modeler table had this guy for $20 with its original tag. I also accidentally stole this from Mario because I didn't know he was getting this figure, but he said I could have it because he already had it. But he got an Anguirus, but $20 for this guy is absolutely insane. He looks so freaking cool, and he still has his original tag on. But yeah, $20 is what a deal. Sorry, Mario. So, wandering around the dealer's room, I was just kind of like walking about doing my own little thing. Ran into Kaijuzilla 621 and Jaws Man. They came up to me, asked me a few questions about Godzilla and like Godzilla as a whole. Did pretty poorly on that quiz, but you know we don't got to worry about it. When you see that on his channel, don't judge me. But as a prize for my participation in their little challenge, they gave me something to fend off some odors in the Godzilla convention. Here they gave me a stick of deodorant, speed stick. They both signed it too. Jaws Man signed it in the front. KZ signed on the back. You know, RC Raphael Cosme. But yeah, got this for free for doing some epic questions on a quiz. So yeah, we'll put that guy right there. We'll put the deodorant right there. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. And the final thing I got on day 2, right before the dealer's room closed, I got this guy for $5. It is the Bandai 6-inch Ella King. Got this for $5 because these 6 inches at the table I saw it. They had multiple Ella Kings, 6-inch Ella Kings at the table I got him from for $15, right? And I saw this one in the back, and I asked the lady how much he was because it looked the cleanest of like all the other Ella Kings they had. She said $5 when the others are supposed to be $15. So I immediately grabbed it because it was $5. He only has like one little like red mark on his stomach right here. Let me see if I could focus the camera on it. Yeah, he only has like one little red like spot there, but I'm pretty sure that's something I could get off like pretty well. But yeah, final purchase for day 2, $5 for the 6-inch Ella King. I think that's a pretty hype deal. So that was not the final thing I got for day 2. I thought it was, but as me and the fellows were sitting in the lounge waiting for the costume parade to start, which we ended up not going to because everywhere at G-Fest this year had a line, so we didn't really want to waste our time sitting there. But while we were sitting there thinking we were going to go to the costume parade, this one guy from XXIX table came up to me. He asked me, if you could name 5 Ultraman facts, I will give you this figure for free. So I named him 5 Ultraman facts, and I got this figure. The last thing I got on day 2 for absolutely free is the XXIX Toys Gear-ass figure. I don't know if you can see. There you go. Got the Gear-ass figure from XXIX Toys. The Ultraman Vinyl Odyssey. Here came with its header card and with its tag, with its card and a little card protector. Which, getting this for free is absolutely insane because this thing goes for $150 up to like $200. So yeah, it is also my first Afubi figure, which I was planning to get this year, but I wasn't planning for my first one ever to be free. So I think it's really sick that I got this guy. But yeah, this is the last thing I got on day 2 for free. Literally for free. Alright, we're moving on to the final day of G-Fest. So first thing I got, tried to make some deals on this day. I saw this guy at XXIX Toys' table on day 2. And they weren't making any deals on him until the final day, so what I did is every now and then, I'd go back and bury this guy in some figures. But came back on the XXIX table on the 3rd day, asked if I could do this figure for 10, originally 15. They said they didn't know about 10, but they would do 12, so I got this guy for $12. what I got was the Bandai Spark Doll of Ultraman Z. Yeah, I love Ultraman Z. Was such a good Ultraman show. I watched it when each episode was airing on YouTube, and I'm really happy I got this figure, but I did not get it signed by the director of Ultraman Z, who was at G-Fest this year. I did get a picture with him, though. Found him in Dojo Studios, which was really funny. But, yeah, really happy. $12 for this guy, especially since I love Ultraman Z, which I think is such an incredible Ultraman show. But, yeah. Moving on to the final two things I got at G-Fest. I was telling people at MSB, I think this is the year I get a Sofubi figure. And then I got the GRS, but like, you know, that, moving on. And the one specifically I was looking for was the Red Giga Brain 1962. And he was there. I saw him for $120 at Radioactive, out of bag, $120 in bag at another table. And I was actually gonna get him. But then on the third day, his price from $120 went up to $130, which was freaking crazy. So I ended up not pulling the trigger. But the one I got, I saw at Showcase for $120. Not red, it was a different color. It looked beautiful. So I said if I could lower this down to $110, I will get this one. And I asked, and the people at Showcase said they would do it. So what I got is the Giga Brain blue, or I think it's green. I thought it was blue, but Giga Brain 1962. I think this is I'll throw up a picture here of how it looks out of the bag. I didn't unbag any of them until I finished filming this. But yeah, got this guy for $110, and I think this figure looks freaking beautiful. So this was supposed to be my first Sofubi, but I got that GRS back there, which I'm not complaining. But yeah, second Sofubi ever in my collection, and I think it looks absolutely beautiful. So yeah, really happy with this guy. And finally, the final thing I got for G-Fest Day 3. So remember the person I was telling you about who drew the Hedorah thing? So throughout the day, he was just telling me to get a Goo figure or a Hedorah figure. And I saw this guy, he pointed it out at Showcase's table, Love Showcase. And he said, look at that guy, you should get that guy. He said maybe you could get a deal on it. And I asked the person at Showcase if I could get this guy, who was originally $120 for $65, because that's all I had left. And he said, you bought so much from my table, I can't do $65, but I could do $80. And my friend who was pestering me to get a Hedorah figure ended up paying $15, and ended up giving me $15 to get this figure. So, the final thing, which I didn't know was going to be my final thing, I thought I was going to get like a Bandai vinyl, but this is a lot better. The final thing that I got at G-Fest 29 for $80 when it was originally $120 is the Bullmark glow-in-the-dark Hedorah figure. I know this is like a different variant than I know there's different variants of this figure, but this one is orange, green, like red, and it glows in the dark too. I see this guy going online for like $180, so I think I saved a good amount of money paying $80 for this guy. But yeah, I didn't expect to get three Sofubi figures this year, but here we are. So that is my G-Fest 29 haul. I am really happy with this haul. I think this is a great haul for this year. And once again, just thank you to everyone who made this G-Fest so fun. I had so much fun this year. And I absolutely cannot wait for next year's G-Fest. I know that one's going to be a blast. G-Fest 30. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button and the subscribe button. It'll really help me out. My Instagram, Twitch, and second channel are on the link in the description below. So go check those out. It'll really help me. And, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video, which I think will be the vlogs. Bye-bye.